Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the University of West London graduation ceremony. You've made it! Okay, first of all, we've actually just got some messages to give you, so don't worry, we'll be over soon and you'll get started. So first of all, a quick request to everybody to please turn your mobile phones to silent. Someone's phone will go off. You don't want it to be you. We aren't expecting any fire alarms today, so if the alarm does go off, please do take it seriously and just calmly exit either behind you, using the big doors there, or the doors either side of the stage. Few messages for graduands. You should have a white card with your name on it. Please keep hold of that. If you don't have a white card, please make yourself known to a member of staff now. Your card also has your seat number on it. We want to make sure that you are sat in the right seat, so if you're not sure, please do check and make sure you're in the right row and seat number. You will need to take this white card with you everywhere you go until you graduate. Very important piece of paper. Please don't lose it. When we're ready to have you come up and process across the stage, you will be guided out of your row by members of university staff and directed around the back of the room, around to come over here. As you go there, you will pass a secondary checkpoint where you may get given a coloured piece of card. I know, yes. If you don't get one, don't worry, it doesn't mean you're not special. If you do get one, please again keep hold of it along with your white piece of card because you will need to hand it over once you get over here. And it just gives us some information for the person who's going to be stood here reading, for example, the name of your course. So if you want to have the name of your course read as well as your own name, very important that you keep hold of that piece of card. But only the first person in your course will get that card. So that's why not everyone will get one. I know. If you're lucky, however, you may get a blue card or a pink card. But, to be perfectly honest, not everyone is going to get a coloured piece of card. And now we're going to demonstrate what's going to happen once you come to the stage, and I'm going to be helped by my very glamorous assistant, Ricky. Ricky, over to you. So you are going to walk towards the stage. You are going to hand over your piece of card to a person stood here who will give it to the reader, who will say, for a Doctor of Science in Advanced Graduation Ceremony Management, Ricky Singh. Okay, you will have seen as Ricky has walked across the stage, he has stopped and nodded twice. That's because when you go across, there will be two people stood there that you will be nodding to, the Vice-Chancellor and the Chancellor. So you nod to them, and you then keep on going, and then you're going to follow the directions from university staff who are going to take you all the way back around the room and back to the seat where you started. So you are going to end up where you first started. So if you want to take a mental note of where you are, that's where you're going to end up. And because you're going to end up back there, if you've got anything, you're carrying anything with you that you don't want to bring up on stage, you can leave it on your seat, below your seat, but please don't create any trip hazards. So just tuck it carefully away so that your fellow graduates aren't going to run into any problems. Okay, so you cannot make too much noise today. This is your opportunity to be really, really loud. So we want you to clap for every single graduate that goes across the stage, and then you will also have opportunities when you'll be encouraged to clap again for everybody. So keep it loud, keep it often. Yes. Okay, if you have any questions during the ceremony, make yourself known to a member of staff. We're here to help. Just let us know. Importantly, graduates, your final message. Remember to smile and enjoy your ceremony. For guests, we know that you're excited too. We know that you want to take lots of photos and videos, but please can you do that while remaining seated? If you go to stand up, if you go to move in the aisle, you block the view of others around you, so please remain in the seats where you currently are. Okay, that is it from me, and now we're going to hand over to a short video to celebrate you, the class of 2022.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the procession.
Good afternoon, Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduands and guests. Please be seated. My name is Sarah Raybould, and I'm the Senior Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Education and Student Experience here at the University of West London. And it is my great honour and privilege to welcome you to this very special occasion. This afternoon, through the powers placed upon the University by the Privy Council and by Act of Parliament, we will reward and celebrate the achievements of the graduates of the London College of Music, Addict Dance Academy, Creative Academy, Kingston College, and the School of Ballet Theatre UK, by conferring both academic and honorary awards. I'd like to begin today by introducing who I have on the stage. From my immediate left, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Peter John, CBE. The Chancellor, Mr. Lawrence Geller, CBE. The Chair of the Board of Governors, Jennifer Bernard. And members of the Board of Governors of the University, Helena Peacock, and the President of the Student Union, Maisie Kelly. Do you know her? I now invite the Chancellor, Mr. Lawrence Geller, to open the ceremony.
Chairman of the Board, Vice-Chancellor, graduands, parents, family and friends, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I just found out something. Sarah read out the names. Maisie got the cheers. You won that one. Welcome to Twickenham Stadium. It's a lovely summer's day, an important day for all of you gathered here, both the graduands, your families, your loved ones. It couldn't be more important. I'm an alumnus of this institution, having started nearly 6 decades ago when it was Ealing Tech, and I'm very proud and privileged to be part of today's ceremonies, recognizing all of our graduates and your terrific accomplishments, and to think that I'm part of you, it makes me proud. So I do want to be the first to formally congratulate you on being here today, and we couldn't be more proud of your incredible achievements, and you earned them by your work, hard work, persistence, dedication, tenacity, and sacrifices. And of course, the constant sacrifices of your loved ones and families. Now, having put my 3 children through colleges, etc., I know the sacrifices were financial, but the emotional ups and downs we went through to get our children through the university, that was a sacrifice. And I bet none of you have done that to your parents. But I couldn't be more proud of this university and what it's accomplished. It's accomplished so much that it's recognized in the top quartile of all universities in the nation. That's meteoric growth from where we came from less than a dozen years ago. All of that Peter will tell you, but I'm particularly proud of the extraordinary diversity and mix of our student body. Although we're rated in the top dozen for social inclusion, that's not what really rings my bell. It's the high percentage of students that are the first in their families to attend an institute of higher education. And I combine that with the fact that we have a very high percentage of our students whose families are in the very low income bracket. That's what this university stands for. That's its beliefs, its values, its determination to grow from all sectors of society, the brightest and best. And that's if you will, it's the ethos that underpins everything that this university stands for in my mind. This university has earned the title of the Career University. It's not just a tagline thought up by some slick PR agency. 98% plus of our students are in employment within 6 months of leaving this college, this university. And their earnings are average in the top quartile of all earnings for graduates. That's a real pragmatic measure of what we stand for. For in my book, when our students are so sought after by employers, it demonstrates the value of not only what we deliver and the value to you, but it determines your calling card for the future. You came from UWL, you get looked at as a serious person in any field of endeavor you want to go to, and there's no finer tribute to what you've achieved and represent. Peter John, I gotta say this, is truthfully one of the finest vice-chancellors in the country, and he's led the metamorphosis over the last dozen years from where we started to where we are, and will continue to do so with bold and courageous plans. We have a very strong financial position and have real estate, properties, faculties, courts, amenities that go far beyond just London and now into Oxford. And we're at the pioneering edge of providing intellectual capacity for the future. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, not today, but the day after tomorrow and the tomorrows that are to come. And in that way, when I think about the expanding network of international and domestic partnerships, I know that this university is a shining beacon of what higher education must become. And it's destined to be, because if it doesn't happen, those that don't try and emulate University of West London are probably going to fade into obscurity over time. Now, I'm passionate about this university, unapologetically so, but I have no question that University of West London and its predecessor names have made me what I am today, the little success I've enjoyed. And over the decades, I've been able to rely on the faculty and the alumni for advice, for help, guidance, but above all for friendship. And it has proven for me to be an amazing safety net When I'm down, they pick me up. And when I'm about to do something stupid, which I really do a lot, they try and stop me doing it. Not successfully, mostly. But if you join the Alumni Association and stay in touch, I assure you it's the start of a really rewarding, lifelong relationship. And it will enrich your lives in so very, very many ways. And it will let you believe what I now believe, that the only limits to my potential achievements are my own ambition. And I believe if you stay in touch and you see the alumni and see what people are doing, you will be inspired to believe the same. You are very special people. Today is your day. You are equipped to change the world. Now, that's a trite cliche everybody blurbs on about. But what I really believe is that you have been given a fine education by an amazing faculty. Your parents and everybody have supported you to it. You are now equipped to change the world, and it's your duty to make it a better place for you, your family, and for generations to come. Now is your day. I want you to know you've earned it, and you enjoy it, and you should revel in today's appreciation of what you are. Then the clever part about it is you've got to remember how you feel today and later today when you're partying or celebrating, however you will. Remember that feeling of what you feel, pride in yourself, and keep that stored up all of your life, for it will be a rock and stability for you. So again, we congratulate you, and above all, we thank you. Thank you for being part of our university, enriching it, and being an essential component of its very fabric. So may all good things be yours as you become all that you can and must be. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor. I now invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Peter John, to address the congregation.
Right, this is the last ceremony of the year. Okay, so welcome of the day and of the year. Academic year. Academic year. Academic. I work in academic years. Never do a new year. Anyway, welcome everyone to the last academic ceremony of the year. Okay, and it's a significant one for you all because, as Lawrence said, it's a milestone you won't forget today. But I realize what stands between you and your degrees and copious amounts of alcohol is me. Okay, so I will be as swift as possible. It's your day, but you've not achieved that on your own. There have been lots of people who've given you the support. Many of them are sitting here, over there, there, and somewhere else, possibly. So to show your support for them, I want you to get up, if possible. Could you stand? All graduates stand. Exam question 1, well done, passed. Now what I want you to do, on the count of 3, is to give a we're all competitive here. You should win, okay? On the count of 3, the biggest and loudest cheer you actually can. 1, 2, 3. Gosh. Wow, that was, I have to say, that was the best of the week. No question. I gave the others 3 chances. You won it on the first shot. Well done. So please be seated. Exam question 2 over. Now I'm going to give you a brief summary of some highlights of the year. So lots of clapping will be involved to get you warmed up. Okay. First of all, the National Student Survey. I'll explain it first of all. Every year we have a survey for all students in the UK for the quality of their teaching and learning and their education. Okay, about 80,000, 90,000 students take it, as many that fill Twickenham Stadium. And every year that group tell us how good we are at what we do. And then we get ranked about how we are and how good we are. Okay, and this year, for the first time ever, we were ranked the #1 for education, teaching and learning in the UK. Now that deserves a big round of applause. Just to give you an idea of how good we were, I'll tell you who we beat. Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial, UCL, Durham, St Andrews, Manchester, Bristol, King's. I could go on, but I don't want to gloat. I could go on. And this is how good we were in detail. 4th in the UK for quality, 1st for academic support, 1st in the UK for learning resources, 1st in the UK for the quality of the student voice, the best student union in England, the top university in London, and the 7th overall for everything we do. Okay, so that is an incredible performance. And 8 courses got 100% scores. That's rarely seen. We got 8. I'll just read them out to you. Finance, business, accounting, acting and theatre, criminology, forensic science, music management, cybersecurity, psychology, and so on. Engineering, international business, graphic design, music performance, media, communication, travel, tourism, construction management, marketing, social media, and media and communication. So some huge scores there on the National Student Survey, rarely beaten, so a great performance. Now that performance didn't come out by accident. The people on stage did a huge amount to get that, and one person in particular, Sarah Raybould, there, led that whole process. So please give everyone and Sarah a big round of applause. Now, the next big event is something called the Research Excellence Framework. This one doesn't happen every year. This happens every 7 years. You imagine waiting 7 years for an outcome or a result, okay? And every year you get judged on the quality of your research. And you are up against some of the best universities in the world, okay, for this. And every year we get judged. Now, this year we got judged on world-leading research and internationally excellent research, and it's really, really hard to get there. And some of the people in this room were in that exercise. And for the first time ever, out of 156 institutions, we got in the top 100. That is a big, big leap, believe me. And 76% of those outcomes, the world-leading and internationally excellent, 76% we had of those, put us 64th in the UK, 64th against all the big beasts I've mentioned of Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial, and others, okay? And in Britain, apart from the US, we get the best, you're not ringing my bell again. Yeah, she started. We get the best results, honestly, in Britain for research in the world almost. So you're up against some of the great big beasts. So that was a great performance in research. And that, overall, gave us, for the first time, a world ranking. Okay, there are thousands of universities in the world, and we'll be ranked around 800 in the world. Okay, it's a lot of universities. We'll get a world ranking this year. So that really needs a round of applause as well. Ranking-wise, we were ranked 35th in The Guardian. We were given the University of the Year for the student experience, with the 10th best for social inclusion. And in September, I think, if you can bear to look at The Guardian in September or the Sunday Times, we may get in the top 20 of universities in the UK. May, with a fair wind. That could be a big, big push. Right, some other, very, very few other successes. One, Lawrence mentioned, we acquired an Oxford College this year. It was opened in 1896, so now it's part of the University of West London Group. And we also acquired a large new property in the Uxbridge Road in Ealing, which will house our science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But it will also house the first ever School of Medicine here. I know. Well done. Wow, 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 wow. You can't put that one to music. I know, but that's important. And we also do our bit for sustainability. And this year we decided that to protect ourselves against energy problems, we will create our own energy from the ground source. So we sunk 32 boreholes of 200 meters deep, so we get all the energy up into the university. So from now on, we're not dependent on Russian gas. That's important. That really is important. Right, a few personal successes. One of our accounting students, and give her a round of applause, she's not here, Sarah Raddy, won the Accounting Graduate of the Year. She was the best accounting graduate of the year. Give her a round of applause. And since it's music, Little Sims, I think you all know Little Sims, the rapper, she was the best newcomer at the Brit Awards this year. So give Little Sims, our graduate, a big round of applause. And while we're here, beaten only by 3 years ago, one of our graduates won an Oscar, okay, for the best short film, an Oscar. That's hard to believe, but she did. So in good company, Little Sims is in good company. A few other points. Today actually, earlier on, I graduated the eldest graduate in the university. He got his PhD, and he's aged 80. I know. That means there's hope for us all. There's hope for us all. A couple of other points. For the first time ever, one of our graduates was also placed in the cabinet of the government. James Cleverly is the Secretary of State for Education. He's one of our graduates. Regardless of his political views, he is still the Secretary of State, and he deserves a round of applause for James Cleverly. James Cleverly. And last of all, Brentford FC. I brought a laugh, but anyway, Brentford FC. We've sponsored them for 10 years, and we've tracked their progress alongside ours. They're in the Premiership, and we're moving into the Premiership in university. So we track them, and they did pretty well in their first year. They stayed up and did pretty well. And the season starts again in 3 weeks' time, and we've got Man United home. So we'll swat them away, and then we'll go on further and win more. Right, before I finish, some thank yous to everyone, I think. First of all, an announcement, an important announcement. Number one, to the Board of Governors and those on the board who give us huge amounts of support for the university, and they do it free of charge, pro bono, and they put all their efforts into making your world and mine a much, much better place. Can you give them a round of applause? And in particular, Jennifer Bernard, who's sitting over there, who's the chair of the board, and she loves the students like no other chair, believe me. Can you thank her as well for all the effort? Now, the big one, the man sitting next to me, Lawrence Geller. You've heard from him already. I'm going to tell you something different in a moment. Lawrence has been Chancellor since 2011, and he has supported the university through thick and thin. He loves this place even more than his ex-wife. I'll come back to that. I'm coming back to that. I'm coming back. That's just the starter, okay? That's just the starter. He loves this place like no other. That's a better word. And he's given the university over £3 million of his own money to support all of you in what you do. That's an incredible, incredible thing. He's a great friend to the university and to me, and I pick my friends very, very carefully. But I'm about to announce something that nobody else knows. Okay, you ready? Don't write it down, please. Don't write it down. Lawrence is about to get married. In November this year, he's getting married for the second time to Jenny Churchill, his long-term fiancée. So, Lawrence, we wish you well in your marriage. Give him a big round of applause. By the way, you're all invited to sing at the weddings, so that makes it a lot easier. And my last thank you go to the staff of the university who made your day and what you've done throughout the last 3 and 4 years and more. So could you give these people, the most important people of all, a huge, huge, huge cheer? Right, before I go, last bit of advice that research tells us about your life henceforth, okay? Number one, if you have children, they will now stand a much better chance of going to university. That's number one. That's number two. Number 2, you will get involved in community activities much more than others. Number 3, you will drink less. Not today, but you will drink less. Not today, but you will. Next, you will smoke less. There's a few bits of coughing going on over there, I can hear that. But you will smoke less. And last of all, you will live longer. Boring, but you will live a lot longer, believe me. So you will. So remember those things. And last of all, when you leave today, please get in touch with the Alumni Association, okay? They have 115,000 members worldwide of our graduates, so please keep in touch with them. You might need them one day to support you if you ever come back to the university and so on, so please do that. So, that's almost it. So my last point is, you'll have lots of things in your next part of your lives, but there's one thing you really will need a lot of, and that's luck. So at that point, I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. However, one thing the Vice-Chancellor omitted about our world ranking research achievement was that it was him who personally led this university there, our phenomenal Vice-Chancellor, Professor Peter John. So before we start the presentation of the awards, I'd like to explain how the ceremony will operate. The director of the London College of Music, Professor Nicholas Mackay, will read the names of those graduates who are receiving awards in alphabetical order. Please show your appreciation of the graduates' achievements by joining us in applauding each student and then at the end of each student group. We're going to pause at several points, of course, because we've already found out you are a noisy lot, and we love it. There is no, yes, there is no such thing as too much noise, too much cheering, or too much clapping today, so please go for it. It now gives me the greatest of pleasures to begin the presentation of awards by inviting the Chair of the Board and the Vice-Chancellor to receive graduates from the London College of Music and partners.
I present for the award of Doctor of Philosophy in Music, Mikhail Exarchos. Jocelyn Francesca Corinne Lord. And for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Acting and Theatre Making, Abby Blackburn. Erin Buckley. Emma Burgess. Rio De Gennaro. Nicole Haddon. Rachel Lisa Kelly. Xander Quentin Leenders. James Lockhart. William Graham McGillivray. Lemonitza Petrus. Lara Louise Stokes. And from the School of Ballet Theatre UK, for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Ballet Performance, Nathan Anson. Lucy Athorn. Louisa Bratby. Megan Foster. Caitlin Francisco. Devanshi Ganatra. Eloisa Goodall. Storm Ide. Liam Scott. Lucy Imamzadeh. Daisy Stonia. Erin May Taylor. Hannah Tinsley Hope. Mahari Wallace. Perhaps we could just pause there for a round of applause for all of those who have graduated so far. Moving on now to the University of West London for the award of Bachelor of Music Honours in Composition, Mikolaj Karboyak. Matthew Allen Lewis. Madison Riley Powers. Francesco Redica. Megan Heather Russell. And for the award of Bachelor of Music Honours in Film Composition, Konstantinos Pampaliaris. Miles Hook. Valentin Cosmin Mutulescu. Joel Nager. Jamie Benjamin David Rosenfeld. John Tyrrell. And now for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Acting. Giuseppe Bernardi. Ulla Brand. Luke Brock. Kyla Alexandria Brown. Lauren Creasy. Kieran Curran. Diogo Miguel de Souza Carvalho Piera. Bradley Harris. Heather Kelly. Lukas Krystowski. Calvin Kieran Jake Lobo. Sasha Malek. Charles Casper Robert Mann. Maria Carolina Mora Burney. Husam Nasir. Lydia Beth Norman. Lottie Louisa Oldham. Julia Karen Peterson. Layla Shah. Jordan Llewellyn Smith. Carlos Solomon. Victoria Stowell. and Samuel Watson.
And another huge round of applause for all of those graduates. Thank you, Nicholas, Peter, Jennifer. It's great that we can all celebrate together in person at last, but I know there are lots of people joining us in celebration online. On the big screen, you can see a selection of the comments coming through. Remember, you can have your message shared just by using the hashtag #LoveUWL. Some of the comments we've already seen, and I'll give you a couple of them here, is, I came, I saw, I mastered it. That's a very good one. Another one of my favorites, the tassel is definitely worth the hassle. And also, huge milestones for me and everyone today. One chapter closes and another one opens. So please share your congratulatory messages, hashtag #LoveUWL, and we look forward to seeing them up there. It's now my great pleasure to invite Simon Rigby to present Mr. John Lill for the award of Honorary Doctor of Music.
Thank you, Sarah, and thank you all. Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, graduates and their guests, good afternoon to you all. John Lill's remarkable career as a concert pianist spans over 60 years, during which time he has given over 5,000 concerts and counting. His great talent emerged early on. He gave his first piano recital at the tender age of 9, and by the age of 14 had already committed to memory all, yes, all, of Beethoven's piano sonatas. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Sidney Harrison once said of his student, he simply devours Beethoven. Distinguished public performances soon followed, including, aged 18, Rachmaninoff's third piano concerto under the baton of Sir Adrian Boult, and a much acclaimed 1963 London debut, playing Beethoven's Emperor Piano Concerto at the Royal Festival Hall. He went on to win many prestigious international prizes and awards, including in 1970, no less than the Moscow International Tchaikovsky Competition. John Lill's extensive repertoire includes more than 70 concertos. At home, he's given over 30 London Promenade concerts, whilst overseas he has toured with the London Symphony, London Philharmonic, BBC Symphony, City of Birmingham, Halle, Royal Scottish National and BBC Scottish Symphony Orchestras. He is, of course, celebrated as a leading interpreter of Beethoven, whose complete piano sonatas he has performed on several occasions in the United Kingdom, the United States of America, and Japan. Indeed, his distinguished career as a recorded artist has included for EMI the complete Beethoven piano concertos with the Royal Scottish National Orchestra, directed by Sir Alexander Gibson. He has also recorded for Deutsche Grammophon, Chandos, Nimbus, Conifer, and Scenium Records. John Lill was awarded the OBE in 1977, the CBE for his services to music in the 2005 New Year's Honours List. Therefore, Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, graduands and their guests, it is my personal honour to present to you for the award of Honorary Doctor of Music from the University of West London, in absentia, John Lill.
Thank you. As Simon said, unfortunately, John was unable to join us today. The message he sends is literally, I'm so sorry to be unable to attend today, but I'm deeply honoured by this award and my association with the London College of Music and University of West London. Therefore, instead of his words, we have his music, a small taste of the great talent of this man. There are times music speaks louder than words. Thank you. I now invite the Chair of the Board and the Vice-Chancellor to continue to receive graduates from the London College of Music and their academic partners.
From Kingston College, South Thames Group, I present for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Acting for Stage and Media, Stephen Airy. Liana Maria Brett. Antonella Di Razza. Zara Elliott. Faith Nazali Kigundu. Katie Jean McHale. Thomas Maynard. Hagan McDade. Mia Quintel. Rita Souza Dias. Callum Stewart. Sergio Costin Talianu. Ethan Taylor. Anthony Williams. Daisy Woodcock. And from the University of West London for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Actor Musicianship, Francesca Andy Landauer. Imogen Charlotte Prescott. And from Addict Dance Academy for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Dance, Jessica Ann Andrews. Chloe Jade Arnold. Lauren Holly Patricia Ash. Cody Bromley. Katie Elizabeth Brooke. Maisie Copping. Kai Deaton. Esme Dench. Alice Dickens. Laura Ann Dugan. Liberty Elliott. Imi Field. Jodie Gilfillian. Kirby Rebecca Hanson. Taylor Hemming. Teresa Francis Henry. Crystal Jade Howard. Reese Inches. Sophie Kincaid. Jodie Lambie. Brodie Elizabeth Love. Deanna Love. Elle Mackay. Bethany Emma Mitchell. Courtney Morris. Sian Faith Mortis. Katie Danielle Ned. Sophie Louise O'Connor. Lucy Hilary Pierce. Phoebe Ann Rothwell. Amelie Maria Sanchez Tong. Chien Margaret S. Satar. Danielle Smith. Laura Abby Spears. Macy Spriggs. Beth Tierney. Phoebe White. Hannah Williamson. Millie Wilson. I think we should pause there to give an extra round of applause for all of those who've just graduated. And now from Creative Academy, Hannah Amphlett. Casey Lee Boswood. Megan Bruno. Kira Daniels. Tequila Farron. Anya Guerrero. Tijan Jarvis. Georgia Mason. Kira Matthews. Jodie Murphy. Amanda Mutumbi. Paige Noctor. Tilly O'Donoghue. Leanne Sawyer. Livy Smith. Molly Speed. Maya Stones. Amy Thompson. And Alice Wilson.
And a huge round of applause and cheers for our graduates. Thank you. At UWL, we put students first, and our successes as a university are only possible because of the student feedback and comments that we get to help shape what we do. Listening and responding to you has been more important than ever over the last couple of years, but it's enabled you and us to succeed in the face of adversity. Our Students' Union play a huge role in ensuring that your voice is heard. So, here are a few short messages from some of the students who've represented you as elected officers of England's top student union.
Think back to when you started at UWL. You've probably changed a lot since then. You will have developed skills that will set you up for the rest of your life, met a great bunch of people, and hopefully had a lot of fun along the way.
We know it wouldn't be easy. It took a lot of hard work, grit, and determination, but you have done it. You graduated. You are amazing. You have helped make UWL one of the best modern universities in the UK, and we are so proud of what you have achieved. Today is all about celebrating you.
And today is not the end. You will become part of a vibrant, engaging, and supportive alumni network. As a UWL graduate, you will receive lifelong expert careers advice that can help you to secure a successful and rewarding career.
All we need you to do is make sure you keep your details up to date to make sure you don't miss out on events, advice, and support available to you after you graduate. Now, let's get back to the important part, celebrating you.
Five times they have been awarded Students' Union in our country. That takes some doing. UWLSU! I invite again our Chair of the Board and our Vice-Chancellor to continue to receive our graduands.
I present for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Musical Theatre, Megan Aldridge. Kylie Louise Atherton. Chawara Bankole. Cheyenne Barnes. Ella Rhiannon Victoria Beddoe. Evie Brettle. Manvi Amin. Danielle Brown. Daisy Fionn Brewer. Charlotte Amy Coates. Kira Caitlin Conway. Isabel Lily Dowling. Boezva Ferreira Leandro. Phoebe Fitzgerald. Georgia Katie Garton. Christy Gladman. Emily Ann Guest. Megan Eve Heslop. Leonie Amelia Betty Hunt. Callie Louise Jewell. Kyle Frederick Johnson. Aga Kukla. Iona and Maria Lita. Lucy Jane Glennis Lombard. Megan Sinead Owen. Liberty Alexandra Pierce Foston. Kiara Pigeon. Megan Faye Carmel Ridsdale. Cassie Roca Blomea. Danielle Rumsey. Annabelle Louise Rutter Butcher. Lauren Skellett. Rebecca Jane Swindles. Alba Villatodo Martinez. Jessica Jane Willis. Emily June Woodcraft. Nika Joy Zaragoza. And Olga Zawadska.
Thank you, Nicholas, Vice-Chancellor, and Jennifer. Can we have one final big round of applause for the graduates of London College of Music, Addict Dance, Creative Academy, Kingston College, and Ballet Theatre UK? There will be a couple more chances. Well, you did it. Your knowledge, your skills, your tenacity, and your dreams have all been awarded and rewarded through your hard work. And we are very proud of you and your achievements. And I am really privileged to be one of the first people to officially congratulate you as University of West London graduates. I'm really delighted that I met many of you either in person or via video on your first day at the university or at one of our partner institutions, and I was part of that welcome. And on that day, we said, welcome to a partnership with the University of West London, which will always support you. I stand by that statement, and today is certainly not the end. We're excited to be continuing your journey with you, whether that's employment or in further study with us, and UWL will be here to offer you advice and support all of the way. Whatever direction you take, we look forward to being proud of your successes. One small way that we're able to see if we're supporting you is through the Graduate Outcomes Survey that you will be asked to do in about 12 months. And I'm delighted to present a short video explaining exactly how that survey will measure your graduate employability. So listen for that call in about a year's time. Please do keep in touch. You will always be a really important part of the University of West London. Before we finish, I have some good news for you. We will be using the live stream from today to produce individual personalised videos of your big day. This is a free gift from your university so that you can share this special moment with your friends and family on social media. And we'll email the clip directly to you at some point over the summer, so please don't email me on Monday asking where it is. Now, I hope you will forgive us for a moment for interrupting our proceedings, but I'm going to be introducing you to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Woodman, as we would like to pay tribute to one of our special colleagues.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Marion, can I ask you to stand up, please? So Marion Lowe is the University Secretary and Chief Compliance Officer at the University of West London, although I believe she's known to her family simply as the Secretary, and the is the strong part of that. Well, Marion has been with us for a bit over 7 years and has excelled in a role that many probably don't realise is so key to a university and our operation. And a lot of those successes that the Vice-Chancellor was able to pay tribute to us are because Marion and the team she works with have processes to make sure things work like clockwork. And as a result of that, I'm delighted that she has got promotion to, I'm just going to call it an international business school. I don't think I want to do publicity for some other organisation. But she's moving there as Chief Operating Officer. And as a colleague, and I'm sure my other colleagues on the senior team are, would agree with me, Marion is a great colleague. She works collegiately. She certainly keeps me in my place when I'm looking to try and develop new business area, and does remind me processes are important, and I know other colleagues see it that way. But Marion's role also is to work with our great board of governors as well. And the relationship that Marion has had actually is what has, again, allowed the university to thrive, to move forward. So I think it's extremely fitting. We're going to miss you. I'm going to steal one of Peter's phrases. You'll be back. But in the meantime, thank you for everything you've done. Now, I'm hoping, I promised a trusty assistant was going to appear at this stage. Anyway, I hope in the meantime, I just rustled these up. In the meantime, I'm going to come along there, and I hope you will take these as a little appreciation from the University of West London, Marion, and thank you.
I'd just like to thank you. I'm very touched, and I will be very sorry to leave West London because it's been 7 years of my life, and I've really enjoyed being part of the journey that the university has gone on. But I would say it is all about the relationships with the board, with the staff, and especially it's for the students, it's for you, and that's why we do it. That's why we care so much, that it's all about the students and the student experience. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Marion. As you could see from the staff that came forward, it was from all of us. Well, we're drawing this afternoon to a close, but before we do, I have one final reflection. The qualification you have worked so hard for at the University of West London is an amazingly powerful thing. It has the power to transform your life, the lives of your family and friends, and the lives of people you may never know. And as our Chancellor said right at the very beginning, because of all of that, we expect you to go change the world, and many congratulations. So, Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates and guests, this brings the ceremony to an end. Oh. Not sure I like that bit. But please join us for light refreshments in the Lock, which is found on level 3 of the stadium. You get to go outside and see the stadium. To get there, you simply exit from the doors that are either side of the stage. Airline moment, there you go. Either side of the stage, please exit that way, go onto the edge of the stadium and then go up 3 floors, and there are some light refreshments. And if you haven't had the chance to have your official photos done, you can have a chance to do that before you hand your gown back. So for now, please stand for the closing fanfare and remain standing while the procession leaves the hall. Thank you.